What's up everyone, it's Marco from PhoneDog.com, and today was another great day for any Apple fan because Apple had their event today, all about the iPads, all about Mac, all about iOS, all about iMacs as well, and there's been quite a lot of stuff happening, so let's talk about the new iPads, the new iMacs, macOS X Yosemite, and iOS 8.1. So to kick it off, Apple talked about iOS 8.1 and the updates that will be coming very soon. Now that will be available on Monday, and it will bring things like Apple Pay, but it will also bring things like Camera Roll and just improve on iOS 8 because, well, it wasn't the smoothest launch for Apple's operating system because, well, there were a lot of complaints, a lot of requests, and it's actually really good to see Apple address it so quickly because it's only been 1 month since iOS 8 was launched, and we're going to get these updates and fixes really quickly. So iOS 8.1 will be available on Monday for download. Now, if you can recall, back in June at the Worldwide Developers Conference, Apple debuted macOS X Yosemite, and it was going to be the latest version of macOS X, and finally today it is available for any Mac user to download on their MacBook or their iMac or their Mac Pro. It's currently available, it's free to download, and it's basically the same thing that we've seen. So it has continuity, all these great little features, and it's basically the same version of macOS X, just improved, and it just looks pretty cool. Now let's go into the big topics of this whole event, starting with the iPad mini. Now, they kind of shrugged off the iPad mini because, well, they really didn't mention it very much until just after they debuted its larger and more advanced product. But the iPad mini 3, well, if you want to know, it's basically the same exact iPad mini 2 with just Touch ID. They haven't replaced any of the hardware, same RAM, same processor, same camera, same display technology. They've just added Touch ID, and it really doesn't make sense. I mean, the iPad mini is such a great little product, so honestly, if you want an iPad mini, I would just suggest you buy the iPad mini 2 and save yourself $100, and you know, if you can live without Touch ID, which I know a lot of you can, then just do that. Now, the big news for iPad today is the brand new iPad Air 2. Now, this guy is the most advanced iPad because, well, they have changed quite a lot about it. First of all, it's a lot thinner. The iPad Air is now 6.1 millimeters thick. It is the thinnest tablet in the world. Also, it's more lightweight than the iPad Air, which the iPad Air is already less than a pound, so this is going to be even a less weighty tablet to hold in the hand. And they have this great new process of laminating the display, so that means the display looks a lot better, and actually it does look a lot better, and they've added a anti-reflection coating on top of the display, and Apple said that it's going to be really superior in outdoor lighting, and just, you know, it's going to be a lot more or less reflective, which is going to be a very interesting thing. Now, the hardware has been upgraded to an Apple A8X processor, the M8 Motion co-processor. They haven't specified the RAM, so we have to wait until iFixit takes a look at it and sees how much RAM. My guess is between 1 to 2 gigabytes. Also, they've improved the camera from a 5 megapixel iSight camera to an 8 megapixel iSight camera with 120p slow motion video and burst shots. And also, the iPads now come in space gray, silver, and also gold. So now you can have all the trifecta of colors available on the iPhone now available on the iPad as well. Now, battery life is rated at 10 hours again. I mean, I'm not going to doubt that because Apple has been pretty good at keeping 10 hours as their basis for an iPad battery life. And other than that, that's the iPad Air 2. They have changed the configurations on both of these iPads. It's now 16, 64, and 128, similar to the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. I don't understand why. Why can't we just do 32, 64, and 128? I don't ask me because honestly, I have no clue. Now, the last piece of big news I want to talk about is something that's really enormous and massive because, well, I'm talking about the iMac with Retina 5K display. And, well, that name should give you all the details you need to know. It's a Retina iMac with a 5K resolution, which is mind-boggling. The resolution is 5120 by 2880 pixels. That is a lot of pixels. That is a lot of content. That's more than 4K. It's a lot of pixels, and so far all I've heard about it is it's beautiful to look at, and I really can't wait to get my hands on it. I do have one ordered, and I can't wait to use it. Unfortunately, you can't use it as an external monitor. I've always wanted a Thunderbolt display to go along with an iMac, but they didn't announce that. But this thing is spec'd up to the gills. The base model comes with an i5 quad-core processor. You can spec it up to a 4 gigahertz i7 quad-core processor, NVIDIA graphics cards. It starts out at 8 gigabytes of RAM and goes up to who knows what on the configuration at apple.com. And this iMac is going to be really big, and it's available today. You could go to apple.com and actually pick yourself up a Retina iMac, and the base model only starts at $24.99, which, trust me, it's not a lot of money for what you're buying because, well, a 4K monitor is at least about $2,000. So basically, you're spending $2,000 for a monitor, plus you get a whole computer. That's how they said it, but that's also how I'm going to say it because, I mean, $2,500 for a freaking 5K display and a computer just does not make sense. So that's been the recap for the Apple conference that was going on this morning. Let me know what you guys think about the new iPads. I am disappointed by the iPad Mini 3. I think that they're really neglecting that little thing because it's such a great little size, and I really wanted the same iPad from the iPad Air 2 to go into the iPad Mini 3. And also, I want to hear what you guys think about iOS 8.1, OS X Yosemite, and also the iMac with Retina 5K display because, well, that's probably the biggest news of this morning. So as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.